standard playbook. But nothing will deter me from fighting for a good future and your right for free speech. Right, OK, clearly a heck of a lot to get stuck into today. So here to discuss more on this is the wonderful Jason Miller, CEO of the social media platform GETTR. Thank you very, very much for coming into the studio. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. It sounds like Musk is running for president.
I was going to say, he's got quite strong Trump vibes, hasn't he, with this kind of stuff? But look, on a serious note, I mean, obviously these are very serious allegations against him, but do you think it is coming from a place of politicisation, really, here? Do you think people are going after him because of his views now?
Absolutely. And the fact that Musk is now talking about taking over Twitter and trying to change the culture, people are fighting back. You don't exist as the richest man in the entire world and just magically have things like this stay quiet until you start to go and ruffle some feathers and make some political hay. And actually, we've seen some of the blowback on this already with the Tesla stock. I mean, being down 30% over the past month. And because many of the people in the United States and around the world buying electric vehicles view themselves as more center or left of center. Of course, Musk is now identifying a little more center or center right. It's having an impact on his business.
Talk to me a bit about your platform, because I think it's really fascinating, actually. And, well, I'll let you do the talking about it, really. But how did it kind of come to fruition, and what was the reasoning behind it?
So in 2020, I was working for President Trump. I worked for him on both his campaigns. And we saw, at least in the United States, the worst year for political discrimination in the nation's history. The Hunter Biden laptop. We saw President Trump ultimately being deplatformed himself. And I knew that we had to do something different. We had to launch a platform that would support free speech. So we didn't have this happen again. And since then, we kicked off last July. We're up to 5.5 million users globally. UK is our third biggest market, with folks like Matt Letitia and Majid Nawaz, Right Said Fred, Zuby, all sorts of exciting folks that are joining the platform. And it's really been a lot of fun. And the thing I didn't realize is, obviously I'm an American, is I knew the free speech problem existed in America. I didn't realize it was as big of a deal in the UK and around the world, especially as we talk about things like the online safety bill that could really hurt free speech. Yeah,
well, just talk to us a bit about that, because I think it's really keen for our listeners and our viewers to get your perspective. I don't want to say as an outsider, you know, it makes it sound terrible, but from someone who comes from America, to look into our society, look at our online platforms and look at the state of our discourse in this country. Do you think we've got a problem with free speech over here now?
Oh, I think the entire world has a problem with free speech. The difference is, in the United States, it's mainly a pushback against big tech using their platforms to censor certain aspects of speech. What we're seeing in the UK and even in the EU, which has already passed their version of an online safety bill, is that it's really government and government encroachment that's trying to stop free speech. Here's my concern, Patrick. If you start to, especially as we talk about these legal but harmful and who's deciding it, political appointees, it's not that far until religion starts to become impacted, or people who, if they don't want to embrace values they don't find within their own religious core, then they can find themselves on the out or being reported. That's really dangerous. We're not that far away from becoming an authoritarian regime when it talks about losing free speech rights.
No,